Hello. I know. I didn't stream yesterday even though I should have wished. But listen. I really felt dead yesterday. Like, very dead. So dead that I was like, I literally cannot do anything. Like, I literally had to like step away from my desk and just lay down. That's how like dead I felt. But like not like what is it? I was like tired. Also not tired at the same time. Cause yeah, I did stay up pretty late. And I actually kinda did today. But not as late as yesterday though. I mean, not yesterday, 2 days ago. That was like really late. But this time I was like, ugh. Oh dang it, I knew I forgot something. Shit. Me and my forgetfulness. One day it's gonna bite me in the ass. Hello, Samarat. Hello, hello. I was just explaining why I didn't stream yesterday. Oh, is there any? There is a bunch of stuff that I forgot to open. Oh my god. You don't stream for a day and suddenly you forget everything. Is it not here? Hold on, that's not right. It should be here. Okay, so why didn't it show up? What the fuck? Okay, that should be everything now. So yeah, that's why I didn't stream yesterday. I think this is where we stopped. Wait. On a different one. What? What do you mean? This is legit the same. Maybe not. Yeah, it's probably mine. I was like, what do you mean? And I'm like, oh, you're probably right. Yeah, okay. Boo, what's this? It's a visual novel. It's called Threads of You Beyond the Bay, but there's no public demo. You basically had to like sign up on a form that Lavender had, and basically if you checked off what they were looking for, they'd give you basically access to the new demo that they have. I don't know. Actually, hold on. Is it? I don't think it is. Let me just check real quick. Ah, how spell? Okay, I think it might actually be public now. I mean, of course it's public now. What am I talking about? Yeah, it's up now, but before, back in like September, they had basically taken down their previous demo to put up the reworked one. So yeah, I believe it's able to public now for everybody to play. Alright. Y'all are doing alright. That's cool. With art style. Yeah. I don't have a picture of the guys. Hold on, wait. They had the gallery. I can always go back to that. Just so you can, I mean, obviously you saw them on the... Oh, my brain! It's melting. On the main menu, but... Oh my god. Oh no! Oh no! The gallery did not work. Oh my god. Hold on, you know what? Maybe if they've like made it public now, they may have like updated some stuff. Because when I was going through it originally, there was like this phone, this phone option that I just couldn't get into. So let me see if there's like an update. Hmm. What's this 13 days ago? How long ago was 13 days ago? That's the real question. So 13 days ago. Oh, okay, so that's actually more recent. So maybe I should just actually get this. Like I said, they might have like fixed some stuff. Sorry. Oh my god. Where is it? Where is it? Okay, so just give me a second while I re-download this thing. Oh, 5 days ago? That makes it even better. Oh my god. Pretty sure the saves will transfer over. But yeah, we might have to like... I'm sorry that the stream is starting out this way. Oh god. But anyways, how are you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing well. This is the first thing I see. Good question. 13 days ago was September 27th. Yeah, but then I saw that they updated it like 5 days ago. On the download page, so we're gonna go with that. So I can stop running the the old one. Hopefully in this one they fixed everything. Hopefully. I'm like crossing my fingers. Because I really wanted to know like... Dang it! The saves don't carry over. What do I want to do? What do I want to do? I mean, the saves are in here. Okay, let me see if it'll be like... It's not compatible. Because some games do that. Alright, let's give it a shot. Maybe it won't be that bad. Yes! Okay, success. Okay, does it work now? It does not. Well... Or maybe it might be because of the save itself. I don't know for sure. But we'll just continue this way. Sorry about all this futzing with the everything. It's the fun part about visual novels. Doing good, just got off work and wanted a place to chill while I horse? Oh, because I was about to say hall. But yeah, I hope you can chill out here. Again, sorry for like all the disorganization. So let's see who. Okay, I remember Vince was at the park. And then they had Wyatt somewhere else that I got really mad about because I'm like, how are you gonna make me choose between Vince and Wyatt? You can't do that. So that's Jean, Kevin, Andrew. Oh my god, I remembered his name. Then we have Kai. Oh, maybe it was the previous one that I had to pick between. Okay. We'll go see Vance then. I said Vance. Oh god. Vince. I've been playing too many games and I'm getting names all mixed up. Oh my god. It's okay. It's not disorganized, it's chaotically organized. It's organized, but normal viewers won't be able to see the organization. You're right. That's the best way to look at it. But basically, if you're still here, if you want to play it, you can download it on itch.io. Just search up Threads of You Beyond the Bay. You'll be good to go. The sun hangs low in the sky as the afternoon starts to give way. But the time of day has almost no bearing on you. Someone who has nowhere to be and nowhere to go. Actually, that sounds kind of depressing. It is, but, you know, it's okay to be depressing sometimes. Actually, hold on. Let me move you closer to me. Just so you can see. Okay, correction. It means nothing to you, because you're someone who has all the time in the world to do whatever you feel like doing. Better. As you take another loop around the park for what feels like the umpteenth time, you search for anything different in the scenery. There's the same ducks waddling around, the same parents and their kids, and that's a fine set of shrubs over there. Well, you could always head back early and who knows? Take a break somewhere on the beach, scroll through your phone, call your family. Maybe you could bother Dante. He has to still be at the inn, right? As you round another corner that you finally see someone new. A monochromatic reintroduction to your eyes, one blissfully unaware Vince Matador. Vince! He startles, head jerking back and forth as he tries to figure out where your voice is coming from. It takes a little waving on your part before he realizes. His eyes widen, lips parted. Even as you make your way over, he holds still. You do your best to offer a reassuring smile. By now, you know to give Vince a wide enough berth to recover in a conversation. He panics less that way, though you're unsure by how much. This is, taking much longer than it did the last few times, though. He's certainly thinking about what to say. Is it just you, or is Vince that bad at hiding his expressions? It's kind of cute how he's scrunching his eyebrows together and chewing on his lip, as if he'll land on something profound. What's he gonna ask this time? Maybe another odd icebreaker. Or maybe he'll just settle for a hi, apparently. He finally manages, nervousness only marginally subsiding as he goes from deer caught in headlights to deer caught in forest. Sure. Hi? Uh-huh. His hands bolt into loose fists at his sides, arms swinging slightly so that they bounce against his legs like it's some kind of idle animation in a game. Oh, I can actually imagine that. Oh, he's just gone like that. He said exit stage left. With that, you watch as he immediately turns and starts to walk away. That's something I said? Vince doesn't get far before he stops again. His back still to you, he picks his way off the sidewalk, hovering somewhere between the grass and playground. He sighs, which makes you feel real good about the fact he fully left for 5 seconds. For what? Okay. Right. My bad. I didn't realize you didn't want to be spoken to. I can hear like a little... What's the word? Is it condensation? Not condensation, condescending. Yes. Condensation, yes, that's definitely it. Let me just make sure that's the word I actually mean. Maybe not. Because I'm thinking like about it in terms of like damn, my bad. I didn't know you liked your precious time like that. Is that really condescending though? There's a word for it. I can't think of it though. Oh, sorry for interrupting your me time. Am I really that scary? He pauses, shaking his head side to side, and you hear the bottles he's holding clink with more fervor. I forgot the R. We don't have to talk about the weather. We could talk about wind speeds? No, but I don't really think you have room to talk. Should I just leave you alone then? It doesn't feel awesome to be intruding on someone's space if they don't want you there. It's this, though, that makes Vince finally turn to face you. Apologetic, in the way that his worry softens into something closer to defeat. No? Getting some mixed signals here. He He drags his hand down his face, sighing as he allows his arm to fall back down to his side, with a defeated slump of his shoulders. And I mean, that's fine. If you don't want to talk, we don't have to. Oh my god. I feel so bad for him. It's like, we really do not have to talk if you don't want to talk. I will literally leave you alone. You just have to ask me. Just be like, hey, I don't feel like talking. And I'll be like, alright, that's fine. I'll be on my way then. It's not the end of the world, I promise. I'm alright if you're alright. Cool. He gestures towards the edge of the path. There's plenty of benches around, but pointing that out might actually make him go nuclear. Sure. So, the two of you settle in on the pavement. Bikes whiz by behind you at a distance, and you listen to the idling chatter of, "What are we doing tonight?" between people busily deciding on things. Tension slowly, but surely starts to leave Vince's shoulders as you sit together. His legs stretched out, he rocks his heels back and forth against the grass. You don't even notice when you start doing it too, but he does, since he changes things up soon after. What are you doing? Seal. I swear. This guy. Just when I think, oh, he can't surprise me anymore, there he goes. He keeps his shoes connected to one another at the heel, then quickly knocks them together, before relaxing and bumping the tip of his sneaker against your shoe. No, he committed to the pit. He tries at something closer. Sorry. I'm trying to stop laughing. Goodness. He tries at something closer to a nervous smile, fidgeting with his hands. When that's not enough, he turns to rummage in his bag, producing 2 clear bottles filled with something pink. You watch as he sets them both in the space beside you, then digs around his pockets for the telltale jingling of keys. Quick as he finds them, he pops the lid off of one bottle, and then the second. Vince offers one to you in a polite invitation. I mean, you're offering it, so I'll take it. Give it a try. I'll take it. Sure, thanks. Vince hands off the drink, condensation still slick on the glass as he does. Cheers. With a clink, you both take a sip. It's lightly floral and bubbles on its way down, refreshingly tart. So, was that what you were out doing today? Ooh, what movie? Oh, with Jean? Oh, what movie? Okay, but how do you know unless you tell me what it is? Don't just up and decide what I do and don't like. Brother. Hit me with it, come on. Oh, one of those? Silent film, I guess? You're really selling me on this movie, man. He snickers, slender digits curling at his mouth, and the corners of his eyes winking with amusement. You guys have known each other that long? Damn. Well, that too, but I feel like that's a less pressing issue than the fact that you two have known each other for that long. No, yeah, I've got questions about that too. Vince sets down his drink on the sidewalk to instead pluck at the grass and clovers beneath. The thought comes to mind that you might ask more, but considering earlier, maybe it's just better not to push it. Thinking about it now, you'd had plans before getting stuck in Bryan Bay. Most of your friends headed back home for the summer too, so you were going to hang out. But now it feels like all that late night texting and frantic planning went to waste. Would your schedules line up again for another try? By comparison, everyone here always seems to have free time. You've probably bumped into half of the same people you met when you arrived by sheer chance. Hmm? What about you? You went quiet for a little there too. Were you thinking about something? A fistful of grass scatters back down across the ground, but he plucks another handful. Used to be? What did you used to be like? Used to? Extreme sports. Oh, no, no, the middle one is so bad. Your 20-something should be at the club. I would say the first one is like the least horrible out of the three. It's like, damn, imagine you're just chatting with somebody who's still like, who's like an acquaintance, and you're like, I used to be fun, and you're like, and they're like, you're telling me you used to actually smile? Like, damn. That would offend me so bad. I mean, hey, you could have been. Right, I don't know. Maybe you're secretly a motocrossing prodigy. Motocrossing, sorry. You can still be fun, you know? Not that you have no chance to. No offense. Literally, literally, that's exactly it. People always go like, they say something and they're like, no offense though. It's like, no. if you really don't mean to offend me, you don't have to say the thing that you're gonna use to offend me with. Oh my goodness. So, no offense, but what happened? He dusts his hands free of dirt and turf, wiping them down on the front of his jeans. Okay, so what did you do? See, that's kind of making me wonder, what did he do that people are like, you know what? Dude, you're insane. Because that's basically what I got from that. It's like there's the safe kind of fun and the not safe kind of fun. Maybe he set a building on fire? Arson! Dang. What do I say? I mean, it's so easy to just be like, yeah, you know, let loose, but it's kind of like anxiety. It's really bad. I guess I'll just go with the first one. Sure, it's safer, but isn't choosing to do nothing worse? Like, hear me out, bro. You're worried about going too off the rails, right? But you course corrected and then went in the complete opposite direction and do nothing now. Isn't that, I don't know, kind of a bummer? You could aim for moderation, right? But have you tried? Exactly. You gotta try first. Vince becomes silent again. His eyelashes lowered a fraction as he considers what you said. He'd been pretty vague about it, so you can only guess at what he meant, but it sounds like he got into more trouble than it was worth when he was younger. Still, it's a little sad, knowing he doesn't really think of himself as someone nice to be around. You've only had a few run-ins with him, but each one sticks in your mind. Vince was quiet, sure, but it was really only because he was trying to be thoughtful about what he said, even if it didn't always come out that way. The bag rustles again. Vince stands up, waiting until he has your attention to tip his head in the direction of the park's playground. Sure? He collects the bottles, picking up the bag too before leading the way towards the kids' swing set. Most of the families you saw earlier in the afternoon were gone now, leaving you and Vince full reign of a plastic kingdom. He sets everything aside, each item nested? Yes, nested. Because my brain wanted to say nestled, and I'm like, there's no L there. In the wood chips before he sets a foot on one of the swings. The next follows swiftly after. His hands secured on the plastic-covered chain links, and his feet squarely planted on the swing. Oh, he swings like that? Brother, that always gives me a heart attack when people swing like that. It's like, how are you not afraid of falling? I mean, sure. Sure. Because this might as well happen today? You make your way over, steadying him before you start to draw the weight of the swing back and... moderately. Because I definitely don't want to push him off. I mean, hey, I could have pushed you really hard, man. Once he gets the momentum, you're able to let go and step aside, and then swings, his hair caught in the wind, eyes turned towards the sky. The chains creak beneath his weight, and the metal frame rattles with each swing. You good? Cool. No, not cool. Wait, hold on. Jumping off swings isn't anything new. Kids do it all the time, but Vince also is definitely not child size. Every time he swings past, you half expect him to hit his head on the frame. Me too. But before you can object, Vince goes flying. Hello, Ollie. Hello, hello. Vince just jumped up a swing. And he sort of kind of admitted to being a wild child back in the day. Saying how sometimes he had too much fun. checks out. He makes it a decent distance away, stumbling once his feet hit the ground. His knees nearly buckle, but in the end, he lands with his arms up in a V for victory. Vince turns toward you with a soft smile, breathless in his laughter. Fun? So, what were you talking about earlier? Was the last time you had fun when you were 7 or... He shrugs, making his way back over to you, and securing his hand on one of the links. So basically that means you won't find out until later. What the hell? Sure. Sorry, I was finishing off my cheese. Okay, he studies the seat, offering a hand to help you climb up. His fingertips are calloused when they brush against your palm. Then smiles as your eyes remain turned to him, waiting until you're comfortable before he winds behind you to grab at the chains. Mm-hmm. He pulls you back with surprising strength, though you can hear the puff of exertion come out of a man that's not exercised too much as he does. Don't expose him, please. But I probably sound the exact same way. When he lets go, you rock forward, gaining a little speed. Summer breezes past, and you glide through the air steadily as you stand. You expect him to push you again, but... Oh! Oh! No, don't tell me. Oh, no. That's gonna hurt. Holy shit. Getting kicked or bumped into by somebody who's swinging really hurts. Trust me, I would know. I would know. Oh god. He doesn't, and by the time you realize what's about to happen, Vince is on the ground. You hop down, stumbling as you try to help him up. Oh my god, are you okay? He's just laying there, laughing as loudly as you've ever heard him. Vince's eyes are closed, snorting in between the fits of giggling as you pull on his arm. To be honest, he looks heatable, so sad to get flying like that seems about right. Leave Vince alone. Oh god. In the end, Vince doesn't get up, and you end up lying on the ground beside him so he isn't alone. You talk about whatever pops into his head, his anxiety abated. Well, I could name quite a few things more embarrassing than getting hit by somebody swinging, but... Sure, this one I guess counts. For the time being. And when you get back to the inn later that night, you don't even know how to begin to explain what happened at the park to Dante when he asks about the wood chips in your hair. Okay, will we get nightly scrolling? No! I thought maybe with the update that they fixed it, but I guess not. I wonder if anybody told them. Because it literally cannot just be on my end. It cannot be. See, now I need to investigate this. So I don't think I've seen anybody complain about it. Oh, they said future update. Never mind. Alright, so they're aware of it. That's good. Just the missing font, right? Didn't have time to read the error. Actually I can I can redo it for you. Just let me save real quick. But yeah, I just looked on the itch page because I think somebody else mentioned it. And under their post, the Lavendier replied saying that they're gonna fix it in a future update. And that was like 6 days ago. So I'll have to check back later. And then we can finally see what the hell this is. Oh yeah, so I was gonna redo it. Yeah, it says size closes a text tag that isn't open. Um, I think maybe if I like, this is where is this? The game menu. Yeah, I mean, maybe it might work if you got like rid of the size. Yeah, but it's like we've already come this far. We can always fix it if I do another run through of this. Because again, there's like 7 dudes, and I've mostly been focusing on Wyatt and Vince, but I do at least want to like hang out with like 2 other guys at least. I just don't know who though, because it's like besides Wyatt and Vince, I'm not really endeared to that many people. I mean, okay, let me rephrase that. I do like them, but it's just in terms of like desire to know them and their story is not as high as Wyatt and Vince. I feel like did I did do that. Hold on, let me pull it up. Should be in the Discord. Um Not me looking at it and seeing Vince, Wyatt, Chris, everyone else, and then Kevin. So yeah, basically, I guess if I do like the other run through, it would be Chris, and then I don't know. It's like to me, all three of them are kind of like the same a little bit. I don't mean like in terms of like personality, but like in terms of like how much I like them. You know? It's like I don't like any of these three more than the other. Maybe I'll have to like flip a coin for it. Or like do like a wheel spin to decide who I'll do Chris with. The words and colors begin to blur on the screen, and your eyelids start to droop like they're held down by heavy weights. Think I can finally sleep. With a sleepy press of a button, your phone screen turns black and you limply plop it beside your pillow. Your eyes shut as the soothing sounds of the beach from the slightly open window lull you to sleep. Slightly! Did I say slightly again? Oh no, this is like the second time I said slightly. No. Off to the dream world you go, preparing you for another eventful day tomorrow. I am very curious. How long is this demo? Okay. Not that I'm complaining. It's just I feel like this is because see, this is what I'm talking about. Because like you get some demos where it's like this long, and then you get some demos where it's like 5 minutes. It's like everybody's definition of a demo is like so different. Alrighty. So we have Jean at the arcade again. Man jobless for real. We have Chris at the beach. I say he's jobless even though he's like literally the sheriff. We have Andrew and Vince at the bookstore. I mean, obviously Andrew works there. And then we have Wyatt at Town Square. See, I hate when they do this, when they put Vince and Wyatt in the same time. Oh, God. Alright, back to Fancy Man. As soon as you step foot into town, you narrowly dodge a rough shoulder bump from a man carrying an armful of paper shopping bags. He mumbles an apology before dashing away. There's a decent crowd gathered this morning. Surprisingly enough, even on a Tuesday morning, you find people of all ages roaming around, shopping, or seated at cafes chatting away. So much for trying to get a table here. There has to be a place that isn't packed, right? Your stomach grumbles irritably the longer you take. The diner's closed today, so you've been trying for a spot in the town square, with little to no luck so far. Wait, is that? You take a deep breath, inhaling the scent of freshly baked bread and buttery, lightly sweet pastries, wafting teasingly past your nose. God, that smells so good. Without realizing it, you follow the tempting fragrance around the corner, leading you off the main street and onto a smaller, quieter road. Right in front of you is a cafe painted softly pastel yellow and accented with deep green. A sign is propped by the front door with the cafe's name, Jenna's Bake Shop, handwritten in chalk. There are several tables outside, thankfully empty for the most part, except for one, occupied by a familiar brunette with his back facing you. Wyatt? Wait, who's that with him? Seated across from him is a woman with neatly tied black hair, wearing an elegant dress suit. She's tapping away at a laptop and occasionally nodding and speaking to Wyatt. Oh dang it, I just realized I didn't refresh it again. Fudge. He hums in response here and there, taking sips from his coffee. You can't pick up on their conversation, but it seems like nothing too serious. I wonder what's going on between these two. Maybe they're... I mean, obviously it's a business meeting, but a part of me kinda wanna be like, I mean, maybe he's on a date. But yeah, nobody brings a laptop to a date. Unless... It makes sense, given how she's preoccupied with whatever she's typing over actually talking to him. What should I do? I could leave before they notice me, or do I just awkwardly greet them and grab a table? Or you can do neither and just go inside, get some food, and then grab a table. Like, you don't have to say anything to people. As you mull over your choices, the woman looks up from her laptop and locks eyes with you. Shit. So much for plan A. She stares at you for a brief moment before darting her gaze back to Wyatt and says something. They're both talking too softly to hear, so you continue to stand there awkwardly, unsure of your next move. What do you mean? Why are you just standing there? Go inside! Oh my god. You are driving me insane. woman suddenly stands up, grabbing a chair from an empty table and placing it between her and Wyatt. Speaking of the man, he cranes his neck around just enough to meet your surprised gaze and beckons you with a wave. You approach the two, offering a shy smile to them. Wyatt takes another sip of his drink and gestures to the seat. Hi. Good morning to you two. Upon a closer look, the woman's face is somewhat familiar. Where have you seen her before? More importantly, why does she seem so happy to see you? Oh, I was feeling hungry, so I wanted to grab a bite for breakfast. He glances at the woman, who's returned to typing rapidly in sighs. Valerie nods sharply, closing the lid with a swift click and placing it into a bag by her feet. Sir? Wyatt huffs and smirks fondly at her. He turns his attention to you, gesturing at the empty chair again. Oh my god, he's paying for me again. Yes. You don't have to do that. It'd be rude to turn down a free meal, right? Damn, the sirens are loud. Your stomach rumbles happily in agreement. With that decided, you gingerly sit down, and Valerie slides over a paper menu to you. You peer over the menu, finding Wyatt staring at you with mirth twinkling in his eyes. The morning sunlight casts a gentle outline on his hair and skin, giving him a regal and ethereal glow. It's almost annoying how good-looking he is, honestly. Are you trying to ask me out, Mr. Wyatt? Wyatt raises a brow at you, and his lips curl into a coy smile. Oh shit, he is? Wait, I thought he was joking. Just a little bit, but no. I'm free if you have anything in mind. Wyatt blinks, looking at Valerie as if he forgot she was there. He coughs into his fist, flustering slightly. She lets out a dramatic sigh, swirling her drink with the straw. Wyatt rolls his eyes and huffs fondly. Oh, why not? Wait, like, all of them? Oh my god, musicals and opera. Oh, he's so... Wyatt. This is killing me. He looks over at your snort and realization dawns on his pretty face. Wait. She tilts her head and gives you a pleasant smile. Oh, she works for him. That explains why she's been so professional and attentive. Nice to meet you. I was wondering. Let's see, did I interrupt you? What do I call you? A band? You know, what is it? What is it like working for Wyatt? Also, ads in a minute. He said, oh, in that case. Yo! She rolls her eyes and he leans back, looking smug. With one hand, Valerie grabs her bag, taking out a small white bottle. Twisting the lid swiftly open, she pops a couple of tablets into her mouth. Wyatt narrows his eyes as she sips at her coffee and sets it back onto the table. Oh, ads. Alrighty, let's continue. Valerie shakes her head, as a frown appears on her face. It's okay, I haven't. You can't even get a word in as she abruptly stands and bolts inside, faster than a bullet. Is she okay? Wyatt sighs, pinching the bridge of his nose. No, I can kinda understand. Did you talk to her about it? Might be a good idea to sit down and communicate how much you're worried about her. How you approach the topic is a game changer, trust me. You just directly to tell her to take time off? That's where you're going wrong. It's like you're ordering her instead of saying you hope she prioritizes her health. You startle as Valerie reappears, holding a tray with a glass-colored dark amber with a lemon wedge on the rim. She sets it down onto the table with a clear thunk and sits down, crossing her arms over her chest. Yeah, I'm with Wyatt on this one. I hope I'm not overstepping since we literally just met, but I think it's really important to take care of yourself. It doesn't hurt to say that you need some time off to recuperate after working so hard, right? Valerie looks between you and Wyatt before darting her gaze to her lap. She gnaws at her bottom lip for a few moments and then lets out a ragged sigh. The table goes silent after that. You want to somehow relieve the tension, but decide against saying or doing anything. Oof. The drink Valerie got you looks super refreshing, and you can smell a hint of tart lemon, the gentle sweetness of honey, and a light, fragrant black tea. Now, if only you could enjoy it in peace instead of this tense atmosphere. I wonder if this is how their disagreements usually go. Finally, after what feels like forever, Valerie makes a frustrated noise to break the silence. Wyatt doesn't answer, and the corner of his lip curls up into a smirk. Valerie rolls her eyes before giving you an apologetic smile. Always in work mode even though she's sick. I hope she gets some good rest. She quickly gets up, bag in one hand and phone in the other. You wave as she struts off, leaving you alone with Wyatt. He shakes his head and lets out a soft sigh before smiling at you. Your stomach growls before you can answer, and your cheeks burn in embarrassment. I mean, since you're offering. Your wish is my command, eh? Hey. He winks at you, and you know for a fact that he isn't kidding, so you laugh softly and shake your head. I can't eat all that, even if I wanted to. But I was eyeing a couple of things from the menu. I have to say though, after meeting Valerie, I think... She must really be into that band. I'm not gonna cap. Like, damn. I've never seen someone so devoted before. She's really going the extra mile at work just so she can get a chance to see them at some point. What do you mean? To you or to herself? He huffs and shakes his head. Wyatt sighs, raising his cup to take another sip of his coffee. Oh! He sneezes delicately into his elbow, and somehow manages not to spill a single drop on himself. Oh damn. Okay, we have Wyatt and Jean at the beach. Okay. Oh, that's it. It's just Wyatt and Jean at the beach. Alright, let's go then. Oh, it's a lighter blue this time. My god. I would love to just like be like, what up, bro? You walk along the beach, breathing in the refreshing salty sea breeze. Seagulls cry high above your head, while some others waddle across the sand. Alongside the birds are swaths of tourists, and snapping photos of the picturesque scenery, sunbathing on the sand or wading into the ocean. Thankfully, it isn't too hot, so you're more than comfortable hanging outside instead of seeking shelter in a place with AC. Now the problem is what I should... Oh, dang it, English. Is what should I do on such a nice summer afternoon? You could lay down and try to take in some sun, but it's a little too packed for your liking at the moment. Or maybe you could take a walk along the shore, but you've done that more than enough times in the past few days. A frustrated sigh leaves your mouth, and you continue to wander aimlessly along while trying to figure out what to do. When all seems lost, two very familiar voices suddenly come into earshot. Oh god, what did he do? Ah! Jean and Wyatt are in an intense conversation about... well, you're not sure, but it's up to you to find out. It's sort of shocking to hear Jean, of all people, snap like that. From what you've seen, he's a gentle giant that stops fights, not start them. Looks like Wyatt's house search has been cut short and he's with Jean, of all people. Did someone get so scared they called the sheriff on him? What? What does house searching have to... well, I mean, okay, I think I understand what they mean. Because I just remembered that people were like avoiding him before. So I'm like, what do you mean they called the cops on him? Ahem. We follow their voices to the pier, finding the duo standing a few feet apart and glaring heatedly at each other. Between them is a brutal crime scene splattered all over Wyatt's very expensive-looking leather shoes. There's ketchup, mustard, relish, and onions amongst the mess. Speaking of, the perpetrator rests in one of Wyatt's hands, completely bare except for a small blob of mustard clinging to the edge of the bun. Jean stares at the barren hot dog and then at the mess. His frustration quickly dissipates, shoulders shaking as he snickers at Wyatt, who looks equal parts faint and ready to wring the sheriff's neck. One of a kind Saint Raphael double monk strap shoes. I don't think anybody knows what that means, my dear. True, at least you didn't get it on your white suit. That'd be even worse, actually. Okay, so it turns out they aren't arguing. And here I thought I was going to get front row seats to a wrestling match between a posh businessman and a sheriff. No. No. Definitely would not have come to that. Still, they're an interesting combo. I wonder how they know each other. I'm sorry, did he just say he eats a hot dog with a fork and a knife? Oh my god, he is so posh. Oh my god. Oh my god. The disconnect is growing so much. Wyatt scoffs and delicately tries to balance the hot dog in his hand as he searches through his pockets with the other. He turns his head to the right, spotting you instantly. His pinched scowl smooths out into a suave smile tinged with coy relief as he waves you over. I mean, I could try. You feel your cheeks warm at his direct gaze. No matter how many times you've met with him, those pretty eyes never fail to make you fluster. Hey, Wyatt. Sorry. Got nothing. He flicks his hair over his shoulder and waltzes over to the hot dog stand, mustard smears and all. Jean rolls his eyes before turning his attention to you. You snort as he throws a scowl over his shoulder at Wyatt. That's a very tempting offer. We'll see once Wyatt gets his topping mishap cleared up. Both of you glance over to him, laughing softly at something the vendor said, giving the man a charming smile. He reaches out for the bundle of napkins the man hands him a few moments later, nodding his thanks. As you watch the exchange, you look back to Jean, who rolls his eyes again at Wyatt. He notices your curious gaze, offering a casual shrug and a smile. Um, are you two fighting? Jean laughs and shakes his head. Damn, really? I wonder how you two get if you actually fought then. Stomp and honestly, that actually really checks out. That really checks out. Wyatt approaches and shares a glance with Jean, who smirks in response. The man scoffs at Jean and turns to you. Oh. You know, I'm actually all for that. Why? He throws a wink at you and offers a hand. If it weren't for the fact that you'd feel bad leaving Jean behind, you'd be taking him up on it right away.
Hey.
For all the bickering these two do, they seem close? But seeing the sheriff hanging out with a rich businessman doesn't quite make sense. So maybe you found yourself in between some official business. Actually, am I interrupting something here, guys? I can leave you if you want. They both startle at your suggestion and quickly shake their heads.
Oh.
He sighs dramatically before taking an elegant bite of his food. This is the first time you've seen someone make a hot dog look like it's gourmet. You make one hell of an exciting duo. How long have you two known each other? Wyatt and Jean meet each other's gazes. 10? Damn. Did you two hang out in the same crowd? I honestly can't really see that happening, so I've got to know. Oh, nothing. Yo, does this man have something against Wyatt? Jean shrugs, briefly sticking his tongue out at Wyatt. The man shakes his head, turning back to you. I mean, you seem close. They both make disgruntled faces at your observation.
Well.
Jean scoffs as Wyatt takes another bite from his hot dog. Even if they say they aren't close, I'm getting a clearer picture now of how they were before. It's pretty funny to watch them interact. Wyatt nods, dabbing a napkin against his lips. Now is better than never to catch up, huh? You raise a brow at Wyatt. You're calling the kettle, Mr. Wyatt. He jolts and clears his throat, avoiding your judging gaze. Jean looks between you two confused. Wyatt takes another bite and hums, lifting the dog up to eye level and inspects it.
Oh.
He heaves a deep sigh, placing a hand over his stomach. The vendor sticks his head out of the stall at that, looking mildly insulted. So it's gotta be good if you keep coming back. I mean, true. True. You wouldn't go back to a place that had bad food. Yeah, defend the vendor. Hey, both of you still came here and are eating his food. I think that makes it pretty good then. The two men droop a bit like scolded puppies, and the vendor waves happily in your direction. Jean and Wyatt look at one another before turning their attention to you, giving their best apologetic smiles.
Oh.
Wyatt quickly, yet elegantly, finishes off his last bite and takes his phone out. He taps at the screen and sighs at whatever he sees. They glance over as you snort and shake your head. You two really are always on the go, huh? Wyatt smirks and Jean shrugs. Wyatt dramatically rolls his eyes while scrolling through his phone. He turns and narrows his eyes at Jean.
Huh?
Jean scowls and Wyatt tucks his phone back into his pants pocket. Jean tilts his head and locks eyes with you. Wyatt looks over as well, and his face softens into a dashing smile. Jean's lips pull into a teasing smirk, and your heart flutters at the warmth in his and Wyatt's gazes. It might be the afternoon sun bearing down its full force on you, but you're feeling awfully hot right now. I wish I was. I'm still freezing. It's so cold. Sure? Your voice cracks slightly at the end, and both men laugh softly in response. Mm-hmm. Alright, so we only have 2. So there's Kai and Kevin in the town square. Oh, easy. Vince, hello. Hi. It's me again. So, this might be a new low. Not because of anything particularly egregious, mind. But when you were thinking to yourself in the lobby of the Coral Inn about how your evening schedule was empty, you were expecting Dante to be the one to fill it. Not that he's even here. Dante didn't come out with you for this excursion to the shore, but he did give you a list of supplies that you needed to bring back, under threat of not having a tiny bottle of shampoo to shower with later. Well, that and a bunch of other things that he apparently needs. A new hairbrush? Seriously, his hair straight up defies gravity. What does he need a hairbrush for? After reading it through, you figured you could grab everything at that store on the boardwalk. Nearly everything else in town was starting to close. As you make your way to the beach and hook a left onto the wooden slats that line the path onto the sand, you're immediately met with the monochromatic shock of a person. With both of you taking a step back, it suddenly becomes clear who bumped into you. Vince blinks back, lips parted to speak before he settles on shoving his hands into the pockets of his jacket instead. Hey, yourself. Enjoying another good rock today? It wasn't at all the fact it weighed a ton and you probably couldn't move it. It's the sand guy, yes, it's the sand guy. Oh, you missed it earlier, Potato. We hung out with him at the park. And we learned that he was quite the wild child in the past. Because he was like, I used to be fun. We're like, you know, like, because he was like, there's fun and people enjoy it, and then there's fun and people don't. Wasn't those exact words, but I don't know. How far in the log can we go? Okay. Yeah, we can't go that far back, unfortunately. But yeah. Basically, he's got a little wild, fun streak to him that we don't know about. I see the tattoos make sense now. I mean, do they? Do they really? And then when things got like really quiet, he said he was mimicking a seal and proceeded to go, what was it, arf arf? And I was like, oh my god, he actually sat there and did it. He actually made a seal sound. Like, finally back. Would be neat if people would leave me alone for 5 minutes on a Friday night. Oh, why don't you just not respond to them? Wait till like tomorrow or something. Not today. For once, I have plans. His head tips to the side, eyebrows raising slightly enough that you can't tell if he's actually interested or if he's being condescending. If I don't have the chance of it being more work tomorrow, sigh. Oh. You poor man. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. Hot dog cart robbery. Very hush-hush stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I saw Wyatt eating here earlier with Jean. I'm pretty sure he left the guy with a solid gold watch as a tip for his service. Blonde, glasses, makes you really feel like you're breathing outside your tax bracket. No, but seriously, I'm running errands for Dante. Jeez. Oh my god, when did I scuff up my glasses? Fuck. Sorry. Gotta clean the glasses so I can actually fucking see. Wanted to. I was made to. Either way, I'm here, aren't I? Are you heading back home? About? Surfing, huh? Should it be surprising to hear that he's interested in it? It's easy to picture him out here with the sand and sun, despite the whole pale goth vibe he's got going for him. But somehow, trying to imagine him in conjunction with surfer culture? Or rockin' brah from him might give you a heart attack. I agree though. Righteous. Nothing. I didn't know you were into surfing. He shrugs noncommittally, dragging his hands back out of his pockets for extra emphasis. Vince shifts back and forth on his feet, pausing before he steps to the side and gestures for you to take the lead. Yeah, but Sure, I don't mind. The two of you fall into step along the boardwalk, making your way towards the only storefront with the lights on and the shutters drawn. Vince would probably like the sand going up his swim. We are definitely not gonna let this go, are we? He might, because I mean, again, he did say he enjoyed getting sand out from everywhere. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna let this go, are we? We're definitely not letting this go. Okay. Do we wanna impress him and be like, hell yeah, we surf? Or be like, nah. I will never let him live it down. Deserved, honestly. We have tried it, isn't for me. Legend of the Waves. Wanted to try, but no chance. No. Don't want to. You know what? I like that, the first one. It's always good to give things a try and then be like, it's not for me, rather than be like, oh no. Oh, that's not the mute button. Hold on, I'll be back in a second. Okay, I'm good. Sorry, I needed to munch and hydrate real quick. So I'll go with the first one. Yeah, I know it's awesome once you get used to it, but I didn't really like it. Finch chills off as he's... Huh? Finch trails off as he's wont to do. Huh? Okay. I will say I understand. Nudging the door open with his shoulder. The bell rings gently overhead as you both step into the faint humidity of the general store. It's the same as you... It's the same as the last time you saw it. The only difference looks to be the small sign that's now posted in a pile of shells on the counter, reading, "Now selling she shells by the seashore." The singular employee glances up from his reading, waving a greeting with the paper in his hand. He grins impishly. Thankfully, leaves it at that before he offers a nod in Vince's direction. He returns it with his usual calm energy. You take another look at your list and orient yourself to the aisles. Vince already having quietly disappeared into a farther corner of the store. Nothing entirely new. Vince would go where he went and you'd find him later. One item after the next enters your basket as you find the things on Dante's list. Most of it is thankfully congregated in one particular section of the store. Though why are the shampoo and conditioner stored next to the peanut butter? And multiple types of peanut butter at that. You can't really make any sense of the organization, but maybe that's part of the appeal. You nearly jump out of your skin at the sound of his voice, and Vince holds up his hands in mutual surrender. The glass bottles in one of his cardboard crates clinking together. I'm fine. I just need to start my heart again. Apologetic as he says he is, Vince still smiles a little too widely at having startled you. Outside of the crate, you spy his arms laden with any number of frozen goods, a handful of single-serving calzones and TV dinners, with a single bundle of spinach laid across them. He'd clearly found everything he was looking for. I'm sorry, I'm just thinking about the fact that there's just like a head of spinach. Like he's got all like this frozen unhealthy stuff and then there's just like a thing of spinach. Like, okay, what's he gonna do with the spinach? I'm so curious now. Yeah, pretty much. I was just finishing up. Thoughts? Orchid vanilla or cinnamon hazelnut? Cause like that's the thing though, cause like again it said he's only got like frozen food and TV dinners. So it's like it's not like he got other ingredients to pair it with. Maybe it's for Jean, because he did say that they live together. And Jean probably might need it for his meal preps. That might be it. We might have solved the issue, not the issue, the problem. The question. Whatever. English is not my forte. I mean, a little? Carefully setting your basket down, you twist open one of the caps of the shampoo and tilt it toward him. Vince leans in, but you can feel his warm breath against the backs of your fingers. That's such a thing to note on. Like... I can't. It's like, out of everything, you're like, oh yeah, I can feel his breath on the back of my fingers. Like, okay. Is the faint touch of a man that enticing? His lashes lower and he's unguarded. Actually, for the first time since you've met him. Eye bags aside, he is... Right. Focus. You close the first, then open the second, and he pauses to consider. I was gonna say cinnamon hazelnut too. The cinnamon is just good in general. And hazelnut is kind of nice, yeah. Cinnamon hazelnut it is. The other bottles are replaced on the shelf, and the two of you make your way to the counter to pay. Before long, you're both back out the door with bags in hand. You hadn't been inside long, but it looks like the last of the afternoon's already passed you by, along with the sunset. The sky darkened some, but with summer still here, you doubt you'd see it get to actual nighttime before you walked back to the inn. Huh? You glance at him from the corner of your eye, and Vince looks back with a carefully pieced together look of indifference, lips pinching together from how tense he is. Try what? My god, are you asking me out, Vince? Oh my god, guys, he's asking me out! I could only dream of this day. Yes, let me fix my appearance real quick. Oh god, I'm having way too much fun with this. A stellar non-sequitur? From Vince. He must have been waiting to continue the conversation from before you'd even gone inside, but... Seriously, he could have just kept talking while we were in the store. Yeah, name the time and place. And it's not all. Wait, and it's not at all because you want someone to go with you? Oh, who's Drew? Who's Drew? Hold on. We're not gonna brush past that. Who's Drew? Old lover, perhaps? Your brother? It's complicated, his silence says. He looks down again, half chewing on his lip as the two of you keep walking across sandy wood. Sorry. The waves rush nearby, crashing soft on the shore as if to encourage him to keep going. You haven't met a Drew in your short time in Bryan Bay, but you did know an Andrew. Vince sighs, bags in his hands as he crosses his arms behind him. His eyes go back towards the sky in a familiar search for something else to look at as he decides how to say what he wants. Exposure therapy? Question mark? Do you want to go? Right now? And? Doesn't mean we can't go. Oh, dang. I mean, hey, water's the next step. No, I meant, do you want to try and go into the water right now? Vince? The two of you exchange a look. The thought puts him ill at ease, and the corner of his lips twitch, as if he wants to say no but isn't quite sure. But he says he wants to just do things, right? His typical somber eyes brighten, and the two of you go from a slow walk to a dash across the sand. Laughter bubbling up to the surface in between the clinks of bottles and the bump crush of shampoo bottles against hairbrush packaging. As you feel your feet start to sink into the sand and the cold of the Pacific laps at your ankles, you realize that there isn't anyone standing beside you. You turn back, sea breeze whipping past and the hem of your clothes fluttering. Vince stands there on the precipice of something new, the edge of the shore and the water. The delight and enthusiasm suddenly absent as every muscle in his body seems to grow tense. He draws a deep breath, then takes his first cautious step out into the unknown. Vince doesn't remember to roll up his pants, but you hardly think it matters to a guy that says he's been afraid of the ocean since he was a teenager. Each step is slow, but he makes his way to you, confidence suspended somewhere in between the sky, the sea, and you. How are you feeling, though? He turns his gaze out towards the ocean, watching as the waves roll in from another shore. Finch trails off again, but all the tension leaves his body as he watches the horizon, and another small wave crashes you both. No, not crashes you both. Crashes past you both until it lands, bubbles on the shore. Huh? I mean, I kind of do want to splash him, but he's literally just now starting to get used to being in the ocean again, so I don't want to, like, nearly give him a heart attack. You know what? We'll just do that one. It's the safest option. Because I mean, we could have sat down, but he might have been like, oh, we're sitting down here where the waves can, like, you know, wash over me. No. But the current isn't strong here. You know that the way the ocean moves sand means that it'll literally pull the rug right from under Vince. Reach for his hand, fingers brushing up against his, and Vince startles, nearly jerking it right out of your grasp until he realizes. His gaze lowers, sunset blush on his cheeks, as he relaxes a closed fist into an open hand. I mean, hey, you can never be too careful. Just making sure. He doesn't say anything else, but the little smile says more than any words could as he gently curls his fingers around yours. That's what Dante gets for making me run his errands. He snorts, shaking his head and sending stray water droplets flying. Vince turns his head in your direction again, his expression softening. Now wait a minute. Hold on. You know what? Never mind. Never mind, I won't say anything. It's almost funny how often he does this. You still couldn't say that you knew him that well, but you can pick out the way he avoids your eyes except when he has something important to say. He always seems to hesitate before he jumps into anything. You don't know what makes him braver today, but maybe it's a sign that he's gotten comfortable around you. Or maybe it's just that he decided for himself that he got tired of watching instead of doing. You shrug. The two of you are just out in the water on a whim. Isn't it too late to ask that? Vince snorts, water flicking from his hands as the summer breeze sweeps by, warming and inviting, as if to tell you both to stay longer. Beats me, I've been making it up every day since I got here. Dude, honestly, I've got nothing but. He doesn't say anything else, just smiling to himself. The two of you enjoy the rest of the evening sun until it starts to get too cold for you to keep wading around in the water. Vince walks you back to the inn with his frozens very thoroughly unfrozen, saying goodbye before Dante drops the lecture of a lifetime on you for dripping and dragging sand everywhere into his inn. It isn't hard for him to stay mad, but at least he got everything he asked for. Plus, a little extra time spent with Vince, and a chance to help him in some small way was worth it. Well, it was worth it, but it's the same shit, so. No nightly scrolling. Okay, I think we actually reached the end this time. Because I was really wondering how long it was gonna keep going. And yes, guys, remember, go support them on Kickstarter. Help the game come to life. I mean, regarding feedback, the only thing I have is like, well, obviously, there were some grammatical errors or like punctuation and stuff like that, but those aren't as big as like the nightly scrolling and the app thing. That's like the biggest thing you probably need to work on. Well, that's all. Everyone else in that game is dead to me anyway. Wait, what? What? What is the context for that? Also, yes, they also have a Discord server if you guys want to join in, uh, meet other Threads of You fans and stuff. Alright, so yeah, those are the men of Brine Bay. The context is I don't care about any of the other characters. Okay, so tell me then, which characters do you care about? So, dang it, you know what? Probably shouldn't have closed the game so hastily. Hold on. Let me just bring it up again so you can see their faces. Okay, so this is Andrew, Kai, Chris, Jean, Wyatt, Kevin, and over here is our darling Vince. Oh wait, you can't see Vince because I'm in the way. Vince is right here. Basically only Vince? What? You don't even like Wyatt? After we spent so much time with Wyatt? Oh my god. Okay, I want to hear your ranking list. Obviously Vince is number one, but I want to know what the others are. Like who like your next favorite? Monstein, work with me. So yeah, it is ad break, but there's no game going on, so I don't really need to go to the BRB. I said soulset, right? Yeah, I did say soulset. Oh fuck, I forgot I have to reinstall it. Damn. Okay guys, for soulset, I might have to like skip because again, like I said, I was playing it on my Leaf PC and I forgot to re-download it on my gaming PC. So it won't have the save and the skip function since I didn't read any of it on this PC. But did it say I had cloud save? I think it did. There's only a single entry though. The rest bore me. Wow. That is a very strong opinion. Okay, I actually want to know though, what about Wyatt is boring to you? Especially since like we spend so much time together with him. Because like I can understand why the others would feel boring because I obviously didn't showcase them all that much. But what's the reason for Wyatt? Why is soulset not showing? What is going on? Okay, something funky is happening. Oh, there we go, finally. The hell happened? Why was soulset not showing? Okay, guys, so I'm basically gonna speed through this just so we can get back to where we were. So if you guys want to see basically everything before, go watch the VOD. Wait. So you don't hear my rapid clicking. Also, I will be trying to pick all the same choices that I did before, so please forgive me if I forget. Oh, not me realizing that I just named her name. I mean, we'll basically find it out later anyway. Um, I know I said I was going to do everything the same, but I was like, you know what? We already know her name, so we might as well just name her her actual name. I guess we'll probably get like new dialogue since I named her actual name. So let's just look at that real quick. Don't ask. I definitely didn't go back and die. No. I think the rest of this is gonna be the same then. Okay, yeah, that's pretty much the same. Okay, I think we got up to here. I think. I'll just save it here anyway. Yeah, I think we were basically up to here. So let me read. He just doesn't speak to me as a character. Well, no connection there. Oh god. Please, can you stop messing up screen? Didn't care much about his story. Oh, pretty boy, obvious, oblivious, rich. Kid trope just doesn't do it for me. You know what? That's fair. And again, maybe you might end up liking one of the other 5. Because again, we didn't really go that deep into like their stories. So maybe when I play it again, when I do like Chris and who did I say? Oh yeah, I said I was gonna do like a flip a coin for this 4th person. So maybe you might end up liking one of those 2. Maybe though, maybe. But wait, now I'm actually curious. What about Vince do you like so much? Since we're on the topic. Oh snap, I didn't change my category. Sorry, I'm munching again. Just let me munch for a little bit. Just a little. Let's see, the thing is, if the introduction doesn't grip me, I'm probably never gonna play those routes. So you're saying Vince's was pretty memorable? Awkward, funny idiot. What's not to like? I mean, fair. Fair. Actually, hold on. Oh, nope, I didn't mean to do that. Because actually, Deer did a popularity poll. I didn't vote in it, because I was lazy for the most part. But they did a popularity poll, and I forgot who won. I want to say it was Vince, but let me just like double check to make sure that I'm not giving like false information. Oh yeah, they also made fandom names for each of the love interests. And Dante apparently. And Dante also got one. I guess they're Dante fans. I know we're supposed to be playing soulset, but you know what? You know what? We can put that for the side for right now. We need to look at this. So for Jean, they're coffee cups. No, coffee cops. Coffee cops. Oh my god. Ooh. Also mostly just a sucker for goth character designs as well. Oh, are you one of the goth kids? Well, obviously not a kid, but you know what I mean. And then Kai is Tater Tots. Chris is Sunny Otters. Otters are so cute though. Andrew is Chipoki Council. Vince is Jelly Stars. It looks like you're a Jelly Star, Ollie. Wyatt, Boutique Beauties. Okay. Kevin, Showstoppers, and then Dante, Curl Cuties. Okay. Yeah, let me find the popularity poll. How long ago did they do it? Dang, it must have been... Okay, here it is. Oh yeah, so it was Vince. Vince did win the popularity poll. I was so sad. I'm like, why it's in 6th place? But it seems like a lot of people share the sentiment that Kevin is like 7th. He's in vindication. But yeah, like I said, I was not upset that Vince won. I was like, hell yeah, Vince deserves it. But the fact that a lot of people are in agreement that Kevin is kind of at the bottom, I'm like, oh, a sweet vindication. It's not just me. Like, don't get me wrong, again, Kevin is not a bad character. He's not. He's unique in his own way. But if I literally had to pick out of all 7, obviously, I'd go with Vince. But I'm a little bit surprised, though. I mean, again, we haven't really done, basically, their content. Kai, Andrew, Christine, and Kevin. I'm surprised that Kai is 2nd place, though. I thought a lot more people would like Jean a bit more, though. Unless I'm reading it wrong. Hold on, I might have been. Did I read the poll wrong? Did I read it wrong? I might have. Somebody committed voter fraud. That's funny as hell. But yeah. So, it's very obvious that English, why are you failing me? That Vince is a fan favorite. And honestly, you're so right. No! I did not mean to click. Oh well. Anyway, let's get into Soulset. We can talk more about Threads of You later. Of course, there's always going to be a catch in games like this. Imagine if it was that easy, they wouldn't have a game. Okay, that's not a bad time limit. I mean, a bad time limit. That's not bad. That's not terrible news. Oof. A little more tricky, what does that mean? In pairs. Hey, Shira. Why do you have to drink them in pairs, though? That's what confuses me. Okay. In other words... Okay. Conveniently. That is very convenient, honestly. Well, guess what? You're in one. And I'm starting to wonder what kind of literature you tend to read. I mean, hey, when I pair up with Cheer, I might find out. What? Dear gods. Alright, enough. We're in a hurry, aren't we? If you want to argue, save it for later. Are you sure these potions are safe for us to drink, Marco? And those would be? Yvonne, what happened? Oh, it's a cat! I guess I could voice the cat. Gods, girl. Do you want me to go completely deaf? Is that a cat? Chupacabra. It's not a chupacabra. Foolish mortals, I am neither of those things. I am Lord Mutik. Show some respect. Did you hit your head, child? Again? We've all lost our memories, including Yvonne. Is that so? Did you just summon me by mistake? I'm your summon spirit. Well, one of your summon spirits, but the others are not really worth mentioning. I count forgetting all about them as a blessing child. Poor excuse for a summoner. More like, let's be honest, you'd have more talent in napkin folding. If you summon me by mistake, then you probably don't know how to send me back either. I do hope you're going to figure it out in the next hour tops. Oh, what a bother. I'm not dealing with any of this. Good night. You have questions and I don't feel like giving answers. Am I? How bothersome. What's in it for me? I'm not in the mood. She got manipulated into petting and scratching the evil beast. Hang in there, Yvonne. Wow, he just so happened to find a deck of cards. How convenient. Alright. No idea who's gonna lead to who. Oh, okay. So wait, am I just gonna automatically get the king? Oh, okay. I see. That is pretty fair. Alright. So we leave it all up to Lady Luck and the whims of two people. Alright. Right? Like, alright. Right. The man who's always contesting with everybody. Ah, this guy. Are you sure about that? This guy is so uncooperative. I hate it. Mm-hmm. You think somebody's gonna tamper with the cards? I am looking at you. Wait, so wait, what was Sheer doing? Or about to do? Wait, you remember doing this kind of thing? Does that mean you tended to gamble a lot? Can we get the guard bull in? By age? That's a great idea and all, but which person in this room does actually remember how old they are? Not counting him. No complaints on my side either, obviously. With that kind of combination, I get to draw first after all. Okay, I don't know if I actually get to like pick one. Or if I like actually like just automatically get it. It's time to choose a lucky number. Dang, which one should I go with? Shit. I'll go with 4. I'm feeling 4. Okay, let's see. Oh! Choose wisely, my liege. Long live the king. I just got an achievement. Hey! Oh my god. Today my lucky day? That means I get to decide who I want to pair up with first. That makes me both happy and a little nervous. I have a tough decision to make. Who do I want to trust my back with the most? King here, reporting for duty. It sure is. Prismo! Hello! Welcome in. Hope your first day at Evo was good. I do. It was awesome. I hope you're doing well. Had a little bit of a hiccup at the start of stream, but yeah, we're good. I'm just trying to decide. Do I want a Shearer or a Shira? You know what? I think I'll go with Shira. Come here! Bring that ass over here. I'd like to pair up with Shira. Neither. I just want to know how rotten you are inside. Can it be both? Not that we may. We may have the potential. What the hell is going on with Marco? Sus? Hmm. Oh, somebody ought to die on that side. Somebody's definitely dying on their side. Huh? What does that mean? What does that mean? I mean, unless you explain it to us. Right? It's not the point. The point is not that it's safe to drink. It's all these conditions and whatnot that come with it. True, you don't have to drink it. Alright. It's a goal. What is that? What the fuck? Wow, so posh. Is this the room we're taking? You and Marco sure seem to argue a lot. Why are you looking for his weak spot? A weak spot? Well, yeah. She's really suspicious of him. I mean, listen, if you wanted to make out, all you had to do was ask. I will not say no. I mean, girl, you underestimate me. No, it is. Asking the difficult questions, are we? Well. Pretty sure it will affect. No. I think you really do look good. I can't deny the good looks part. Really? Yes. You wanted an honest answer? It is, but it's okay. Life would be boring, you know. I was always cautious. Making compliments? Ah, but I never said that I trusted you, did I? Don't get me wrong. Just because you happen to have a pretty face doesn't get you off the hook yet. Listen. Hey, maybe I might like that. Don't threaten me with a good time. That's one threat to keep in mind. Right back at you, Shira. Seeing that Shira's suspicious of absolutely everything Marco does. Poisoned. But they're poisoned. Why would Marco want to poison any of us, though? What if those potions are really what Marco said they were, though? It might, but you never know. Alright then, we're not drinking the potions. What's the plan? We could say that, yeah. Smart move. See, I knew it was right to pick Shira. So basically, we wait and observe until someone else leaves their room. Then we'll know when's a good time to come out. Oh my god, look at us scheming! What the? No, I'm pretty sure someone or something made a ruckus just now. I think our concern is justified. Did you just see something you weren't supposed to? Sure, let's do that. They're not here. Where else would they have gone? I suppose we could check, just to make sure. The library seems to be empty as well. Wait, what is that? A red, eerily red piece of paper is resting on the edge of the table. I'm pretty sure we would have noticed if it had been there before. I mean, even in this mess of books, this stands out like a sore thumb. There's something written on it. There's a soul stone hidden somewhere in this mansion. It's your key to getting out of here. Find it. From Fethor? Fethor! These initials. Could it be? How is it bad? That's the thing, Shira, we don't tell them. Whoa, hold your horses. But then we'd be hiding something important from everyone. Not to mention that this sounds like it should be of help to us in regards to getting out of here. I think you just contradicted yourself. What is more important to you, Shira? Playing a game of riddles or getting out of here? Besides, you didn't want me to trust you right off the bat. You can't have it both ways, honey. You're going to hide this note regardless of what I say, aren't you? I personally feel like we should hide it. Not because... because, like, again, you can't trust anyone because we literally don't know what's going on. And it's like, if the person who's, like, responsible finds out, they're gonna be like, okay, I gotta find it first, and then they destroy it and we can't get out of here. So, yeah, why don't we hide it? You gotta keep your cards close. Alright then, let's do it. You're away and hide the note. So you say... Hey, how did things go for you? You really were. Is he not with you? So now we wait for Yvonne and Sure to wake up? I think so. Your fault? Nobody knew how long these potions were supposed to work on us to begin with, so you don't have to apologize for anything. More importantly, did you remember anything? So much for that, then. Oh. So it's been placed everywhere. This note. It's the exact same note we found on the table earlier. I saw Shira putting it into one of the books with my own eyes. There's no way it could have gotten into the hall on its own. Does this mean it's a duplicate? Are there two notes now? Shira must be as confused as I am about this. What's the third option? No, it wasn't Shira. We were here the whole time. What are you talking about? Now that you mention it. True. Man, they're making Marco really suspicious. Yo, that's crazy. In the end, we'll just be running in circles trying to figure this out. For all we know, everyone in this room might be familiar with illusion magic and hiding it. Unless someone decides to confess, we can assume anything. I have another question. Does anybody have an idea of what the initials FF might mean? Fedor Lynch is just screaming at the top of my mind. But I feel like pointing that out will only make me more suspicious in everyone's eyes. I'll keep that to myself, at least for the time being. Should be censored. What are you thinking of, Shira? Well, we need to start somewhere. That sounds like the most reasonable thing to do. You want me to go with you? No. This guy. No. No. You guys know that meme that's been going around with the critic from Ratatouille? Man, I wish I had like some examples. That's literally this guy. Dang it. I wish I had like an example of somebody going like, I don't do this. I don't like that. And if it doesn't go right, I'll kill myself. It's like, it's literally this guy. Dang it. Where's the meme? Dang it. I can't find it. I mean, I could just look it up though. If I just know how to spell Ratatouille. The critic meme. Okay, I found it. exactly what I was like thinking. Guys, this is literally a priest. This is literally him. I'm just like this guy. This guy. Like obviously it's not like the exact words, but basically like the same energy. That is tiny as hell. Yeah, that's basically a priest. This guy. Honestly, somebody should make a meme of that. Shut up, Marco. Cats. Oh. Ads in a minute. Mm-hmm. I mean, because you're the one all for hiding it. Well, then that actually does kind of sound suspicious, because you're like very adamant about hiding it. And then it just suddenly shows up all of a sudden. I don't know. Like I said, it is suspicious. Hmm. I mean... I'm sorry, Shira. It does sound suspicious, but I'll select that after the ads. Alrighty. Let's accuse Shira. You have to admit it did sound suspicious. I didn't say that, but... So you... In that case, the odds really are against you. Are you the one behind it? I agree. Let's do that. Let's do that then. So, where do you want to head first? Should we check the bedrooms? Shira? Where? Shira, did you just... No, wait, can I also? What is this? No kidding. We should let the others see this. Shut up and watch. Interesting, isn't it? A friendly giant. Yo, stop trying to piss him off. Lockpicker? Back on my laptop. Hello, Prismo. Hello. Do any of us have a hairpin on them? I should have left the ribbons at home. uh, this guy. Oh my god. Wait. My claw ring is made out of some kind of metal, and it's pretty pointy at the end. Would it work? It's not as though I'd care if you broke it. Let me just... Huh. I can't seem to get it off. Be my guest. You're able to tell such a thing? What's wrong? What are you blabbering about, child? The cat is back! Surely you just... I'm not even talking to the likes of you. Did you know that in another dimension, people who just like you walk around the streets staring into shiny tiles, catching imaginary monsters? What? Your Dora here is simply boring. Don't worry, I won't slit anyone's throat if I don't have to. Though I could poke an eye out. That was supposed to be a joke. This thing isn't even that sharp. True! For once I agree with the priest! Or Apris? Apris, maybe? Apris. Apris might be better. Apris. True, even a sock can kill. But he's not wrong though. Things that we think, oh, can't kill a person, it actually can. My claw could be sharp enough to do that. What kind of bets? Well, that was fast. Okay, what's with that? What's with the door with ominous, what is it called? Mist coming out of it. What is that ominous mist? You guys think anything in here might be edible? It's a bat? I vote for eating something first. Goodness, I'm like cold. Uh. Yvonne, is something wrong? Smell what? I don't smell anything out of the ordinary either. What do you smell? Like death? Surprisingly, there's actually a fair amount of food stuffed into these shelves. Riss. Is there anything you'd like to eat? You've been staring at that stove for a while. Oh, so he's a cook. Alright, there's a redeeming quality about him. You? The cooking? See, now you made him frown again. See, this is why you don't point out to people who really smile that, oh look, they're smiling, because then they're just gonna not smile anymore. Don't do that. My god, are you a trisexual, Marco? Sorry. I know that came out of nowhere, but... I swear. Like, I know that's not like the actual... I do know the actual definition of a trisexual, but... It's just like in, like, situations like this, where people are like, oh, I'll try anything. I'm just like, oh. On your way to trisexuality, huh? Me? With meat, fish, veggies, cake. You know what? We'll go with meat this time. Something with meat sounds good. Oh, hail the meat. Doesn't mean you need that protein, you know? I'm impressed. Who would have thought that a guy like you would know his way around the kitchen? Honestly, I have to second that. The fact that he was like, this feels familiar. I said, oh no. He's a He's got a shit personality, but he's a good cook. It's like they're a 10 meme but backwards. He's a 0, but he cooks really well. You do kind of remind me of like a pirate. Oh my god. Sure, please, please. You're making me blush here. Dang. I guess she really likes seeing ladies in revealing clothes. I mean, hey, she's got great taste. I know I'm great and amazing looking. Not too revealing for you? Oh, so you think I have a good looking figure? Hey. What does that mean? It's so amusing listening in on girl talk in broad daylight. What does that mean? Girl talk does not only happen at night, bro. Man, couldn't care less. Shut down. I don't think you have to worry about that. This stuff is great. Damn, he's really got that age on him. True. Now I can't help but wonder, where did you learn to cook like this? True. What do you mean it's not your intention? That's like saying me hitting you was not my intention when you've clearly been doing it with no remorse. What do you mean? Well then, maybe your clear lack of sleep is at fault with that. Well, I agree with the thought. I imagine something like that might be a problem. We're still mostly strangers to one another. Admitting to having some kind of weakness can be a gamble. I'm not even surprised that Apris, Apris, I still don't know. Which one is it? Apris kept quiet about it all this time. Or did someone just read too many novels? Here's another theory. Sleepover party gone wrong. Well, I haven't saved in a while, so... Maybe we're just having a sleepover party. Everybody got wasted and then somebody cast a barrier spell by mistake. We lost our memories because they slurred too much during the incantation. If only that was what this was, if only. I'll pass. I'll be alright. The drinks will be... Wait, the drinks will be actually a good addition, though. There's something I wanted all of us to talk about before we get up and leave. Alright, so... Shura was the last person we found in this mansion. So we were all present when Apris carried her upstairs. But I'd like to know which of us woke up first and who did they find and where. The point is to establish if everyone is telling the truth, Apris. Marco, you found me down in the basement, and you told me there were other people in the mansion, so I couldn't have been your first find. Convenient, Marco. Where did you wake up? Oh, the front yard. Okay, but where did you come from? Alright. Yes. These two. Right, may I request some popcorn? I'm very much enjoying this. But if they keep going like this, we're not gonna get anywhere, so... That's enough, that's enough. If you don't stop, I will poke someone's eye out. Alright, old man. Convenient, Marco. The locked door. Right, because they didn't know how to pick a lock. So... yeah. And it wasn't. It didn't seem like. Maybe? I don't know. They could have locked the door without a key as well. But you two looked at each other. This guy. Yeah. Yeah. We love being delusional in this house. What is going on? I've never felt so confused. Well, that was... Huh. What is that red spot? Blood? Could it be... Shear's blood? Yeah, that wouldn't make much sense, would it? I do kind of I gotta agree though. You are kind of a lot of stuff is mounting against you, Marco. It's not looking great. Sure, we'll call it that. I second what Shira said. Wait, something just occurred to me. Marco? Back in the kitchen, you said that you saw the barrier when you woke up. But you didn't get close to it, did you? How did you know that we were trapped in here then? Why didn't you mention that earlier? Worry us? Go on. All year? Wait, you're right. How much time have we spent in here by now? The scenery hasn't changed at all. We wouldn't? Less? Not more? Big trouble meeting. Yes, calm down, you two. You're forgetting that we do have a lead, as shady as that lead is. considering we're supposed to have 2 months to look for it, I don't think an hour will make that much of a difference at this point either. 2 months. Why do I have the weird feeling that we have way, way less time to spare than that? Well, well. Well, folk, I think I'll end the stream here. I know, I didn't do soulset as nearly as long as I did Words of You, but yeah, I'm starting to realize maybe this is something I gotta do off stream. Because it's a lot of, okay, I will explain. Just give me, like, a second to, like, save. And then go, like, to the main menu. Okay, so this is the reason why I think that, I should probably stop here with streaming it. Because, as you guys probably saw, I wasn't doing a whole lot of reading because, first of all, there's also not a whole lot of narration. There's that, for starters. And usually most of the stuff is being discussed by all the characters themselves. And, Mariko, you know, gets some lines unless she's, like, alone with somebody. And so, yeah, basically, my kind of, like, visual novel reading setup would not be great for this one, compared to, like, basically almost everything else that I've done. So, I'll find something else to replace it with. Because, Guhuhu, the people who made Love and Country, they're actually pretty kind enough to give me a game key for, obviously, Love and Country. So, maybe we'll do that in its place. And then there's also Sigh of the Abyss as well. But yeah, so just basically explaining why you won't see soulset again for like a streamed game. But I will let you guys know how it turns out, soulset, because it is pretty interesting. Like, that I'm not denying. Because, like, man, because you know, like, usually when they start making like some person more suspicious looking, you just start to know it's not them. Because it's like, it's usually not like the obvious person. It's like, yeah, Marco, he knows a lot and stuff like that, but for all we know, could have been done by, I still don't know how to pronounce his name. Is it Apris? Apris? So yeah, this is going to be the end of stream. I'm not gonna read anybody today. Maybe tomorrow. I will try to cram as much as I can the Fall in Love Fest visual novels, like the makeup ones, into tomorrow's stream, but I may have to like extend it into Saturday. So let me see, what did I put for my schedule? I mean, not Saturday, Sunday. So yeah, I may cram it into Sunday. So again, tomorrow I'll be doing Spell Candle, and then Of the Lilies. Spell Candle may take us a little bit though. I think like about 2 hours. I don't know about Of the Lilies. But you know what? Maybe I should do Of the Lilies first before Spell Candle, since technically you did see Spell Candle, but Of the Lilies was like literally unplayable on my Leaf PC. So yeah, that'll be the plan for tomorrow. Of the Lilies first. Alright, bye. Bye guys, bye.